What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Beatles, and we're continuing through the 1963 debut album, Please Please Me. Thank you again to Vera for the Beatles material. And we're going to continue with a 2-for-1 here, which is to say I'm going to do the same thing I've done the last couple weeks, or last month or so, which is to say 2 Beatles songs in the same reaction video. And indeed, we're going to listen to the last track on side 1, which is the title track, Please Please Me, a McCartney-Lennon song. And the first track on the second side, another McCartney-Lennon song, Love Me Do. Now, definitely Love Me Do is one I remember my parents listening to. I remember hearing it growing up. Among the Beatles songs I'm already familiar with, it might be the one I heard the most as a youth. As far as I know, I don't think I've heard Please Please Me. Now maybe when it starts, it'll come to me. It'll be like, oh wait, this is familiar. But just looking at the title, I can't think of a chorus or, a melody or anything like that. So it's at least quite possible that I have not heard the title track. But as I said, Love Me Do, I definitely know. Both of them sound like romance songs. I mean, Love Me Do, again, like I'll Always Be True, it does seem to be a profession of devoted love and singularity of love and so on. Please Please Me sounds more like you're hoping or wishing that someone will choose you or to want to be with you, but even then it seems like the framework of romantic love would still be the primary context. In any case, let's listen to them and we'll figure that out, though, as I said, because one is the last track on side 1 and the second one is the first track on side 2. There will be a bit of an intermission between the two, but yes, this is the Beatles. The song is Please Please Me from the album of the same name, 1963. Okay, I've heard it, yeah.
Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, 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 come on. Please, 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 oh yeah, like I please you. You don't need me to show the way, love. Why do I always have to say, love? Come on, 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 come on. Please, 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 oh yeah, like I please you. I don't wanna stop complaining, but you know there's always pain in my heart. Pain in my heart. I don't wanna please you with you, it's so hard to reason with you. Oh yeah, why do you make me blue? Last night I said these words to my girl. Why do I never even try, girl? Come on, 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 come on. Please, 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 oh yeah, like I please you. Oh yeah, like I please you. Oh yeah, like I please you.
So as it turns out, I have heard it. Again, like, I couldn't think of that main melody in advance, but once it started, it's like, okay, wait, this does sound familiar. So I suppose I did hear it when I was young. It just didn't work its way into my brain as completely as at least a couple of the other early songs, Love Me Do being an example. But yeah, the idea of like, please, please me. I guess I was thinking of it like, please, comma, please, like a repetition of the same word / usage. But in fact, it's like, please, asking permission or requesting, and then please me, as in like, make me feel good, make me feel loved, as he's saying he pleases her. So, yeah, in a way, it's a plea for reciprocal affection and pleasing, and in that regard, and he's even saying, like, my girl. So it's like, it's ongoing. It's not like, oh, I hope she'll choose me. It's more like maybe he's feeling like it's a bit one-sided, or that he puts in more than he receives, and so he's just openly requesting that she please him, that she make him feel as good and comfortable as he tries to feel her, or make her feel, to get my words correct. But yeah, ultimately, it's a sweet, kind of fun tune sonically, definitely a light feel. I do like those little drum flourishes in the chorus, like with each bar, there's a little flourish, and I like the rhythm of that. But yeah, I wonder, like, the lead melody, I don't think it's a guitar. I was like, wait, is that a harmonica? Like, what is that? So I'm not quite sure what that was, but either way, I enjoy the kind of fun, sing-songy feel, which, given what I've heard so far and my understanding of the sound of the Beatles in the very early day, it feels like that kind of was, they had this catchy kind of sound, and it wasn't until later, and again, we'll go through this and I'll probably understand this much better, and maybe even not think about it in such simple terms, but that as they went along, they became more experimental. They started to have, sounds that were more psychedelic or more complex than the early stuff. And again, I have heard that this album was kind of thrown together very quickly, and wasn't something that they spent a long time working on. It was literally like a weekend or something like that. So in that regard, it makes sense that maybe the songs on the album have a simpler, kind of lighter, sing-songy sound. In any case, speaking of that, let's listen to Love Me Do, one I definitely remember hearing, and if I'm recalling, I do think this was a favorite of my parents back when, they were first getting involved in the 60s. So let's hear it. The Beatles, Love Me Do, from Please Please Me. It's interesting, the phrasing, right? Like, I think a more expected line, and thus chorus and song title, would be Love Me Too, because fundamentally that's what he's saying. But Love Me Do, I don't know, it gives it a slightly different feel in the moment, and I like the rhyme is still the same, but I like the way the phrase hits with the slightly less expected word. And yeah, who's killing the harmonica on that track? And now it makes me wonder, was that the instrument doing the main lead on Please Please Me? But either way, the harmonica stands out above all else here sonically, as well as the tambourine. Like the tambourine and the harmonica are kind of front and center. The guitar's there, and it's giving texture to the track sonically, but it's definitely the harmonica that really is the lead instrument, and I do wonder who's playing it. But yeah, again, I like the sing-songy vibe. I do like the kind of heavy percussion, especially that one, like there was a rest, and indeed, I really enjoy those rests when like it gets to the end of the chorus, full stop, full pause, love me do, and then it rolls back in. I really love those rest moments. But there's one in the back half of the tune where it's a big pause, and then this big thump, which I guess is just the kick drum, but it hits really powerfully, and it like struck me in that moment. But again, I like the kind of plodding back and forth rhythm of the song in terms of the percussion. And yeah, again, it's the kind of track you'll find yourself humming, and just, it gets in your head. And as I said, when I was a kid, I was aware my parents had listened to the Beatles when they, first met. My parents met in high school, so they're coming up on their 60th wedding anniversary, so I should ask them about the Beatles again now that I'm going through this catalog. But either way, I was aware that it was something, from their past, and I was on some level aware of like how big the Beatles were, like, maybe the most famous band ever. That's kind of the reputation that I grew up thinking about them with, even though, again, my experience with their catalog was very limited and a bit random, meaning I heard a couple early songs, and then I heard a couple songs like from later in their career, but never like a full album until I got Rubber Soul. And then even then, the copy of Rubber Soul I had, which I now understand was like an American copy, it was really Norwegian Wood. That was the one that I listened to again and again and again. But the rest of the album, I think I just kind of like, oh yeah, it's cool, whatever, but this is the one that I want to keep putting on my turntable. So yeah, as I said, it'll be cool to get a much fuller account of their catalog, and to do it chronologically is always an enjoyable treat. So yes, once again, I am excited to continue through this album, and we'll keep doing these 2-for-1s. Next time it'll be P.S. I Love You and Baby It's You. P.S. I Love You, another McCartney-Lennon song, but Baby It's You is David Williams and Bacharach. I know who Burt Bacharach is, but I'm not sure who the other two may be. But then, Do You Want to Know a Secret? A Taste of Honey, There's a Place, and then Twist and Shout, which I know the Twist and Shout song, so I'll enjoy that. But yes, ultimately the next two will be P.S. I Love You and Baby It's You. So let me know what you think of these two, and I will see you for more Beatles. Peace.